Happy Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Is there a woman that inspired each of you?
I was a ballet dancer before I was an actor. And I was at the National Ballet School of Canada. When I was 9, I started there.
So you were nice and a dancer?
Oh, yeah. And Karen Kane was prima ballerina of Canada, of the National Ballet. And I idolized her.
Yeah.
Her grace and her way of working with people as well was really inspiring. And yeah, so I'd go. The school would take us. What was great with the school as a part of the curriculum was to go to all the ballets.
Amazing.
So every time I go, I just mesmerized by this woman. I got to meet her once when I was 9 in Toronto at like a light, and she could see that I was so intimidated and nervous, and she came up to me and was like, "Do you want to say hi?" I was like, "Yeah."
See, you should meet your heroes.
You should. Usually.
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time. What about you?
Disappointed sometimes. I would say maybe Lucille Ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same. Yes, that's a great answer. Enough said.
I know. What do you say?
For me, it was, I think, Nadia Comaneci and Mary Lou Retton. Same idea. Gymnast.
Mary Lou Retton.
Yes.
What a gymnast. She was great.
Yeah.
Speaking of women in charge, you just directed a film, badass,
Honestly.
called Evil Genius. What's it about? What was that experience like?
Okay, there was a docu-series on Netflix called Evil Genius. It's a 4-part episode about these people that put a collar bomb around a pizza delivery guy and send him into a bank to rob it, and you have to watch and see what happens. But it's a terrible story, but these people are so absurd. The choices they make are you couldn't believe it. So I had to do a movie about it, and I've been working on it for 8 years. When I tell you this thing has died and I resurrected it, there was strikes, actor strikes, writer strikes, COVID, shutdowns, companies bought, sold, and I just didn't let it go. And finally I did it. It stars Patricia Arquette and David Harbour, Michael Chernus, Garrett Delahunt. I'm gonna forget people, and I know I'm nervous. It's not even out. I haven't finished editing it, but it was the best experience I've ever had. I've directed other things. I've directed music videos and 2 other things, but this was just, I just loved it so much.
And you sound really passionate about it, so not
like
letting it go.
so much that I'm actually taking up the entire segment.
No, I love it.
Something that's
I love it. My favorite thing is talking to people about what they love.
I learned so much about people.
Everyone has a story that way, right? Yeah. And you get to tell them what to do.
If they listen, it's really good.
And you're a producer. You did a documentary about Karen Kane.
I did, actually.
That's a full circle moment.
Yeah, it was actually incredible because it wasn't my idea. There were some other producers who came to me with it and didn't realize my history. They knew I'd been to the school, but they didn't realize she'd been my idol. And so when they asked me to come on to this project, she, after being prima ballerina, took over the National Ballet and was director for, I think it was 30 years. And it's called Swan Song, and it's about her final year actually choreographing or directing the last Swan Lake, a new Swan Lake. And it was beautiful. I got, for me to get to meet her, be there, shoot her, be part of that process and tell her story in such an honorable way was just,
It's a life's work for you.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
amazing
incredible.
when those things happen in life. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You play the drums, I know this about you. But you also play the piano?
I think I'm just a frustrated musician. I wish I'd been, I can't sing, but I just love music.
Yeah.
But you know that about me.
You're a good drummer. You are.
Really?
You're a good drummer.
I love it.
I can play 2 songs.
It's literally it's the one time that you don't think of anything but that.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were some of the songs that turned you both on to music early on?
Oh, I was a Earth, Wind, and Fire when I was younger.
Okay. That's good for drums. Dave Grohl told me that if you want to learn drums, that you should play old, sort of bluesy R&B and disco music. Start with disco.
Okay.
I just dropped a name on you guys. What about you?
Well, I'm not a musician. I think I was dancing,
you're a dancer.
I was a dancer, so my body was my instrument. I learned the recorder when I was 10. Yeah.
What does that mean?
That counts. The recorder, like 3rd grade.
The one that has
Everyone in class makes a lot of noise.
So it's like a piano, but you blow it.
It's just a recorder.
Okay, yeah, we're instrument. It's miserable. That's when you're too old.
That was a look at their new movie, Scream 7. It is in theaters now. All right, what's new for the franchise this time around?
Well, I mean, Sydney was a mom in 5, but in this one you see, you know, Isabel May plays Tatum, my daughter, so she has a teen daughter, and we really get to see that aspect of Sydney's life. You know, she's made the choice to have a family despite what's happened to most of the people that she loves, and then this one joins our film again, and, you know, chaos ensues.
And what keeps you coming back?
They're fun. These
Yeah.
these movies are fun to see. They're fun to make. You know, they're funny. They're scary. They're all the stuff. It's a roller coaster,
I'm
and
so
I
scared
don't know.
of
We have
scary
fun making.
things.
Me too. I'm not good at watching horror movies.
I can't even be chased around the kitchen by a friend.
Yeah.
What about you?
chasing you
I can't
Well,
watch.
like people chase me around my kitchen. I don't know why. It's
weird.
You chased me around a pool table once.
I don't think I was trying to scare you. I was probably trying to catch you. No. Everything scares me. But what was the question?
Oh, my question was, what is it that keeps you coming back?
Oh, I haven't been killed.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just keep coming. But I might be killed in this one. We don't
We don't know.
All right.
We don't know.
And we don't know if there's just being made either. So
You've done 6 of these films together. Do you have a favorite?
I mean, I think one, just because it
Oh,
was the first, and it was so unique and original, and you know, it was such a special time for us as a first experience. But I think all the movies are good. I mean,
Yeah.
people. It's funny how people have different opinions about each.
Courtney's apartment fight?
Oh, yeah, last Scream, I got to have a big thing with Ghostface, and that's never happened before. So that was really fun, yeah.
All right, as she said, Courtney had a big fight with Ghostface in the last Scream, so she set up this experiment to see if her dogs would protect her in real life. Let's see how they did.
Bear, help me! Bear! Bear, it's Ghostface! No! Wait, Bear! Lily! Lily! This is real! Bear! Okay, well, now we know.
No! I used to pretend to die. I had a West Highland Terrier, Corky, and I used to pretend to die on the floor and like, and see if he would come and like look at all. He wouldn't even move. He wouldn't even get up.
See, they pretend to care, but they really don't.
Disappointed. I know you love to have parties at your house, and I know you have a line of home goods.
Yes.
Which I love, and you send me. How did you
Glad you
start
get
that?
them.
Tell me everything.
It was during lockdown. I thought, why do we not have products that don't smell like Clorox, even though I love Clorox? Don't get me wrong. But that look good on your counter so you don't have to hide them, that smell like you would want your
Yes.
to be around, and that work. So
beautiful,
we
right?
spend so much time taking care of our face and our body. So why not put that much care into your home is what the thought was.
Yeah.
You guys,
Beautiful.
it smells so good in my house.
It's called Home Court.
I got a bag delivered in my trailer when we
so
wrapped from this
nice.
one. I love it. And I'm actually allergic to scents, like
Are you,
candles and
like,
stuff.
scented
Yeah.
candles?
Right, that was the test to
Yes.
see if Neve could have,
And
if she
they
liked
were
it.
great. I usually get a headache right away, but not
I'll
at
make
all.
a note of that.
Yeah. Okay, good to know.
Your dinner parties are epic. Why did you start hosting those?
I started hosting a million years ago because when I was growing up, I'm the youngest, I am, of 21 first cousins, and all of my family would gather at my grandmother's house every Sunday at 5 o'clock. We'd
we
have the
did
same
that
food,
too.
and people would do,
Okay.
stand up and card tricks. And so when I moved to California, I just realized there's no community there. I live far away, and so I wanted to have some sort of gathering, and that's how it started.
Do you like dinner parties?
I love it. I
like
love gathering
hosting them or
people.
going to them?
Both.
Yeah.
But I do like gathering friends. I
like
like
being in
to
charge.
bring my friends together and introduce them to
Yeah.
each other. And my mom always did that growing up. She always liked to gather people. My brother does it now, and I like to do it. And there's something really nice about bringing
Yeah.
people together and having community, like you said.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like getting all my friends together. We
I'm
have
not a good cook, though.
No?
I'm not.
Do you like to cook?
JJ cooks, but no, I'm terrible.
I love cooking.
You're a good cook.
I learned how to cook on a tour bus moving down the road.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
one
What
of
did you
my
make?
carpenters wanted to be a chef, so he came on my bus and would teach me like sautéed spinach with leeks and grilled
nice.
salmon with that nice sear on top. And all of a sudden, I love to cook.
I'm coming to your
And I
house.
love bringing people over to eat my food. And I'm
great.
like a full Jewish grandmother. I'm like, would you like some more? No? How about just a little?
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
awful. Whenever Kelly welcomes guests who have starred in movies and shows that meant a lot to all of us, she likes to go behind the scenes, some of these projects, to see what the guests remember, which is what we're gonna do now. This is Scenes and Stories.
Scenes and stories.
We will show a scene, and whoever was part of the scene gets to tell us what memories come to mind. First one is for Courtney. This is Ace Ventura.
Oh, amazing.
What comes to mind with that? Say the first thing.
Okay. I think of Fire Marshal Bill because that guy, Jim Carrey, can make the craziest faces.
Yeah.
It's almost like it snaps back, but he can do wild things. I think in this one he was maybe doing something backwards. We were at a, are you allowed to say? Mental institution. That's probably better than what I was going to say. So nervous about talking. I don't know. That was a really fun movie. That was fun. And I probably was trying not to laugh because everything you did was funny.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
All right, next is Neve. You ready? Let's go with Wild Things.
Oh,
Look at you. Pretty.
See, I can't be a blonde.
Yes, you can.
No, yes, you
I think you
can.
look so beautiful.
I looked terrible with that wig on. I am a brunette through and through. We were out on a boat, and that's the final sequence. Wild Things, suddenly everyone realizes I'm actually the bad guy, and I've been like the person who thought up the whole thing. And I had to wear a bathing suit, never fun.
Look at those arms. You're like a...
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was a fun, Matt Dillon and Kevin Bacon and Bill Murray. It was a fun, incredible cast, and yeah. Weird
So you
movie.
remembered.
I do, I remember.
All right, this one is for me. It's a movie called...
Wow.
It's a movie called Catacombs, and I don't remember that part, but I actually played a really bad joke on my mom for April Fool's. We were in Bucharest, and there was an axe, and I got my head chopped off at the end of the movie, and I called my mom and told her that the axe was not fake, it was real, and that I was in the hospital, and I had the producer. It was April Fool's. And I had the producer on the phone, like, she's at the hospital, if you could get the first flight to Bucharest. And I was in the background going, ow, 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 Mama, they're gonna take my arm. And then she booked a flight to Bucharest, but I didn't let her get on the plane.
Okay, good. That was
'Cause
really
I'm a
cool.
That is really an intense April Fool's joke. I mean, aren't they supposed to be silly?
You committed. You committed to that one.
That was really, gosh.
It's all
Was your
about
mom
winning in my
okay?
family.
I
She's
like
still
it.
mad.
She's still
This
mad.
was a
Creative,
long
it's
time ago.
intense. Yeah.
I'm awesome. One more for Courtney. This is 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
I'm just glad you said the name of it. That's Kurt Russell. And that was a movie about 3,000 miles to Graceland. Something to do with Elvis Presley, obviously. I forgot. There must have been some sort of heist or caper. I don't know.
Someone else is writing your book.
By the way, oh God, it's so embarrassing. You don't want to know. Okay, yeah.
Oh, now we do.
All right, yeah, we kind of
I
do.
can't even remember the story I was going to tell.
All right, you're up. The Company.
That's Malcolm McDowell. I think of Robert Altman and what an incredible man he was. Courtney talks about the film that she is pushing up a hill, and it took me 8 years to get that going as well, that movie. I wanted to make a movie about a company, dancers, and the world of dance, and I have such a respect for what incredible athletes and artists they are, and for the longest time, they really haven't been acknowledged, and I feel just in the last decade or 15 years, we really get it. We get what amazing artists, dancers are. That was heaven for me. I got to, choose choreography and pieces that I'd witnessed as a kid. I got to bring costumes from the National Ballet of Canada to Chicago, to bring Derosier, the choreographer, to come, and I got Robert Altman to make the movie.
What was it like
and
to work with him?
I mean, what a coup that I got him. He was so incredible at creating worlds. he would use 5 cameras at once, and he would put mic packs on everybody, and he would use a microphone, and he would talk. He'd put earpieces in all the cameramen's ears, and he would just guide them and say, "Okay, go to that girl, the girl in the red over there. Okay, go over there and go over." And we would just improvise, and that's how he worked. And then he really would edit. He would make the movie in the edit. You know, and I got to sit with him for a month watching him edit, and he would take the beginning of the movie and put it at the end, and the end of the movie and put it in the middle, and just incredible to watch his mind. And I mean, he made such incredible movies, so it was an honor, like a real honor.